I'm going to stop you right there. This is editor Kirsty in the future. There's no actual audio for this video because A, the only audio that was captured was the wind, and B, the microphone I was supposed to be using wasn't charged fully, so you can blame my videographer for that. But today's video is going to be starring myself and my dog. He's 7 months old, crossbreed, and we're just going over a little bit of sit and down stays with the 3Ds of distraction, duration, and distance. And I just kind of wanted to explain a few things of what I'm doing and why. This is like my very first dog training video ever, and I'm currently training to be a professional dog trainer. And I just wanted to show you guys kind of the ropes of what I've been doing with my young dog, and if it helps anyone else, do let me know. There will be a minimal editing in this video. I don't want to try and sort of cover up any mistakes. If there are mistakes that happen in the training, there will be mistakes and I'll go through them as well. As you can see here, he actually got up from his original sit-stay position. It was partly my fault. I went behind him. He does struggle with staying fully in a position if I go behind his vision, and he tried to correct himself to face me, but that is not what I wanted. So I came back, I put him back in the sit-stay and made sure to reinforce it shortly after, so he knew to stay in that position. And it is just something we're still working on, but no dog's perfect. He's 7 months old. He is also a bit away with fairies at times. You can actually see here he's like obsessively licking and sniffing a spot in front of me. I did ask him to sit at least twice. He knows sit. He does not need a visual command. He doesn't really need any cues. He knows how to sit, and he didn't listen, so I did give him a little small correction with his lead. He doesn't need to be sniffing that area. I've told him what to do and he's not doing it. It wasn't a punishment. It was just a sort of, hey, focus back on me, pay attention. You don't need to be sniffing this. And as you can see, he was perfectly fine afterwards. And then we just went back to a bit of distance, a little bit of duration. I wasn't really throwing too many distractions in at this point. He gets a small treat at the end of it. And I did throw his ball. I do sometimes like to throw his ball after I release him. He really enjoys his toys and he really enjoys a bit of running around. And I just like to mix and match a combination of sort of playtimes and training. That's just what I like to do personally. I think it helps build a really nice bond with your dog. And we just went straight back to training. He was doing really well, actually. Was doing really well. Put him back down in a sit, stay. And this was where I decided to try and work a bit more on his duration. And I think I tried to aim for at least a minute or two of just a sit-stay. There were people over there. I did step on his lead just in case because I do not want him to run off to anyone if he does break his stay. So it was more of a safety precaution. But he did absolutely fantastic. As you can see, he's doing a perfect sit-stay. Looking at me, he did try to lay down at this point and I got him straight back up into a sit because I told him to sit, not down. He doesn't need to lay down. He's on old dog. He's not tired. It's been 30 seconds of sitting. He's just being a bit lazy. So I put him straight back into the position I wanted him in and continued the stay duration. And he personally did absolutely fantastic in my opinion. I was very excited. This is probably one of the longest ones he's done, especially outside. And he got a big jackpot of food at the end of it. Big handful of treats. I like to vary the treats that they can get depending on the work that they've done. Then I gave him an okay command and just threw his ball for, again, another little bit of a play. He did really well. It started getting really quite warm, so I put my hood down, instantly regretted it because of the amount of wind, put it back up, and just decided to recruit my cameraman. So I wanted to add an extra person into the session to try and create a little bit more distraction. Again, never feel bad for pushing your dog. Progress is good, okay? They cannot stay in kindergarten forever. So I got him back into a sit, stay, and just asked my cameraman to wander around, be a bit of a distraction, and then he could be the loony one for once, and not me. I got to stand there and just sort of chill. I did step on his long line just in case he broke his position and took off running, but he didn't. He did absolutely fantastic. We did a little bit of a mock greeting, and he got a bunch of rewards after. He did really well. Super proud of him. He also knows my cameraman, so maybe we should try using strangers next time. But for a session, he's doing great. He's doing wonderfully. And then I released him yet again, sort of let him have a bit of fun with the ball. I always like to let him have some fun with the ball. It's his time too. He's still just a young dog. I could tell he was getting a bit tired by the end of the session. At this point, it was quite warm. The clouds are out, but the weather was hot. So I decided to do a final sit, stay, adding all of the 3Ds again, sort of throwing his ball around as much as I could, waving my arms, being a bit crazy. I was also hot at this point. I did some more crouching just to test him, but he was doing nothing. Superman poses, running. I have to try and work on getting him to stay in position if I go out of sight. That is probably something we're going to have to work on in the future, but I was absolutely chuffed. You could see the smile on my face. I was having a great time. But yeah, that is pretty much a training session of a sit, stay, or a down stay with the 3Ds. I hope that helps anyone. Again, as I said, it's like my first dog training video ever. There was probably a lot of stuff in here I didn't need to put in here, but do let me know. We did even a little downstay. I forgot we did this part. We did a downstay as well, and I asked my flatmate to just run around, be crazy. He did get up, as you can see from his down. I put him straight back into it, and he did really well. I asked him to do a little circle around, did some fake sort of greetings. He smashed it. He got a little bit of a treat at the end. Not a massive one. It was like a little piece of kibble. He did break position, but he's still got one regardless. And that was the session. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.